This is my whatever month we're in February? Yeah, February update, late February. I wasn't actually going to do a video because the collection isn't looking great. So on and so on. But I thought I'd do one anyway to document the fact it isn't looking good. Well, it's not looking good. It's just not looking how I'd like it to. So I'm going to start off with the bad stuff and go to the good. We do a thrips. You can see it very clearly on the ventricosa. Which is a shame because I was starting to vine. I was expecting it to flower. So I've ordered some treatment. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm sure there's some on this Hamata. What is this? This is Hamata, Spatulata Hamata. I'm sure there's some on this, particularly this here, because that looks like a really weird growth to me. That picture looks very deformed, but it did open that really nice picture. Try not to touch that plant because I don't want to get on the other ones back there. The Purulata definitely has thrips as well. You can see it there. You can't see that clearly, but there's thrips. Oh, this is still not just... This is Burbex Platy or Platex Burb. That just hasn't been doing well for me for the last... God knows how long now, probably... probably how long has that not been doing well? Ages. Yeah, probably it's not been doing well. So yeah. I've repotted it recently. I've treated it for magnesium. I've tried to fertilise it. I've tried everything. So I don't know what's going on with that. Another thing which is definitely got thrips or some kind of burning going on. It doesn't look like as thrippy as some of the other stuff, but then I think it probably is. Just because it's going on with some of the... It's also a very dry pot. Actually, it's not too bad. But, yeah. I think this probably has got thrips and probably got a bit burnt. Yeah. What else isn't doing too well? Yeah, this also isn't doing well. This is my Veitchii, Rajacross Veitchii, sorry, which I got from Pender. That's just really not doing well. I've had to cut this leaf off because it was just so damaged that it couldn't unfurl. But that's happened due to repotting, so I just repotted that because it wasn't happy in its old pot. But I think now it's in a new pot, it should be fine. What else isn't doing well? Then we'll get to good stuff. Oh, this is my whole quarantine shelf down here. I'm not going to show it too much. This is a lot of plants in here, stuff I got from an import not too long ago. And some stuff looks good. Like this should be a lovely plant. But I got a mites a few months ago. And a lot of stuff recovered. And a lot of stuff hasn't. So this is all stuff in here which has still got mite damage. Haven't seen any mites. I've had leaves under the microscope and all that. Had macro errors and stuff on it. It's not looking good. I've repotted a lot of stuff in here as well because I think that's something to do with it. I need to do a lot more of this. If you look at the subject, it's really broken down on a lot of these, which isn't good at all. This Veitchii Barriex Sungy Samba, that wasn't from the import, but it also got really affected. Look, my Veitchii crosses got really affected. So that's been affected heavily. That Veitchii, I think it's LL, I've got it somewhere. That's really been affected. Yeah, Veitchii LL, I think it is. That's been really affected. Some of the Veitchii stuff hasn't been affected. And I've sold it because I didn't want to get stuff damaged. But I think that's sort of all the bad stuff out the way. This isn't doing badly, but it's not doing amazing. It was doing amazing, then it just stopped. It started being a bit weird. But all the new leaves look good, so I'm quite happy with it. This is my Lower Ventricosa Lower. I think it's Lower Ventricosa. Lovely pictures. Absolutely love this plant. One of my favourites in the collection. Just how easy it is to grow, but it's seemingly being a bit weird. It needs a bit of a tidy up in here, everything does. But I've not been focusing. I've been focusing on trying everything better. I see here's a lower on it. It's got a load of sawdust in it for some reason. But, yeah. Did I go over this? It's a Lower Clippiator cross Cliffiosa Boschiana, I think. Yeah, it says it there anyway. This also came in on that import. And this looks starting to finally look good. This leaf got very close to the light. It was over here, it was literally touching the light, so I've moved it. Hopefully this leaf will be better. I don't think it's going to produce a picture over there, sadly, so hopefully it'll be this one. But I'm looking forward to that. It should be very nice. I've kept all these tatty leaves on it just so it had some leaves, because literally, when it arrived, it just had this one, this one, this one, and this one, plus like 2 extras, I think, down here, which was so badly damaged. This thing also needs a repot, but it came and its roots were so damaged, I just thought I'd just put it in some sphagnum and perlite, just to try and get it to roots. Whilst we're over here, I'll go over this, I guess, because it isn't doing amazingly, but it's not doing bad. This is my Spatulata gelbrata, or, yes, Spatulata gelbrata. Lovely, lovely little tiny upper pitches on it, but that is because I had to cut the vine back, because the vine got mites badly, but this plant does seem to be rebounding back. There's some kind of deficiency or fungal or pest infection there. It could be thrips or mites again. So I'm currently treating both mite. I'm currently treating for thrips mainly in here, and any plant which is showing mite symptoms, I will treat. But you see the pictures on this are I absolutely love this plant. It's tiny, it's nice. It's got basil, which is showing much the same. I partially reckon there's maybe a nitrogen or magnesium deficiency at play as well here. This thing needs probably a better substrate as well, because I think that could be pure sphagnum. There might be bits of perlite in there, but I'm not seeing much. As you can see, I'm using a new potting, which you can really see here because the plant's not doing too well. This is actually very sphagnum heavy for some reason. Most of them aren't like that. I'm supposed to show you over here. It's very heavy bark. What is this? It's cocoa chip, I think. You have to soak it, but yeah, cocoa chip. So that's cocoa chip, Akadama canuma, a bit of pumice, a bit of sphagnum, a bit of perlite, and I think that's it. Maybe a bit of lava rock in there as well. Yes, whilst I'm over here, I guess we'll go on. So this is my Ventricosa heriana. Yeah. This plant's been sort of a pain in the ass for me recently. It was growing really well, then we had the mite stuff and it really set it back. You can see it gets very damaged easily. I think there's probably thrips coming on as well, because that coloration is slightly off there. Could be thrips or mites. Could be something else. I really don't know with this plant. Its new growth looks fine, which means leads me to believe it's probably not thrips. But it's just a strange one. It's not pictured for me. It's not done much, but it's carried on growing. That could turn into a picture. But yeah, it's weird. It's very weird, because my Waterana grew very well until it got killed by, when I went on holiday, basically didn't get watered for like a month. Because instructions got misunderstood. But that was growing really well. My Ventricosa, apart from that, when it's got thrips, grows very well. Even though now it's got thrips, it's still growing well. I have just repotted it, hence a slight yellowing of leaves, bit of stress, and as well as it was in this pot here actually before. It's probably still says Ventricosa on there somewhere, yeah. And you can see this plant was way too small, way too big for this tiny pot now. Yeah. But yeah, the substrate I think is probably going to massively help with a lot of my species, especially Veitchii, which I've been struggling with recently. Yeah, I think the substrate's been part of the issue massively. I'll just drop that absolutely everywhere to show you. But it's just so much more free draining than pure sphagnum. Well, not pure sphagnum. Sphagnum, cocoa, and Akadama canuma. It should be so much better, I think. Here's my Maxima trismardiensis. Really nice plant. I'll try and get this in shot. Turn it around a little bit. There we are. Got mould on it, unfortunately. It's a fairly old picture now. It's got a nice bigger leaf jump here. It should produce... Oh, it's not. It should produce a nice picture, but there's no embryo on it. It's probably repotting stress, mixed with other stuff. It's unfortunate, but oh well. Over here we've got a Nepenthes Botryana Dark Cross Dark, which is very nice. The picture's already got a nice colour. This thing's starting to grow well. I've moved it recently just a bit further away from the light. Still not far enough away, evidently, but I think that should be fine. No burning, none of that. I guess we'll go to the back here quickly. We've got 2 Clippiatas. Now, these came in on that import as well, and these were really unhappy. So the fact they're even putting out leaves now is a massive bonus. I repotted these. This one seems to got a load of sphagnum moss in its mix, which isn't great for Clippiata. But oh well. I'm actually running a little experiment. I've got a little small Clippiata here, which needed a repot. As it was struggling, I repotted it yesterday. And I've done pure Akadama, I think it is. So we'll see how that gets on. I don't expect it to do too well in that, but I just thought I'd see how it does. I don't expect it to do too well, but I think I would just like to know if that works for them, because in theory it shouldn't be too far off what they like. But if it doesn't, there's no real issue there, because I'll just repot it. But it does seem to be quite. Its new leaf seems to be fine actually. So it seems quite stressed out from the repot, which you would expect being yesterday. But that leaf seems fine, so that might be promising. Here we have, this is my Leviathan. It's not actually a Leviathan, it's the same cross, but I can't remember what the cross is. That's looking good, repotted as well. Behind it we've got a Loei Boschiana. Don't think it has a picture. Oh, it does have a picture. Its picture's gone off, it's underneath it. Produces really nice pictures. I think that's probably the back of one here as well, but that one there is definitely from it. Yeah, so that's quite a nice plant. There's a nice basil there and the nice mother plant. This is another plant which did suffer from mites. You can see that really misshapen leaf there. And here, this is my Siburinensis cross. I'll have to check the label. Siburinensis cross Vicio Loei. That's been repotted. This was in like peat or something weird, and I don't think it really liked that at all. So I've repotted it, so hopefully it's doing well now. It's producing pictures. You see one down there, it's going to be deformed because it was pushed up against something, and I repotted it. But yeah, so I'm happy with how that's growing. But I suppose that's everything which is somewhat doing poorly out of the way, so we move on to some of the good stuff. We'll start at the front here. This plant here, is a Vicio Burb cross Loei Ventricosa cross trunk. Oh, Loei Vicii cross truncata. This is showing striping, which should be quite nice. You see there? For such a small plant, I'll zoom in. For such a small plant, that looks quite promising, and it looks to be a nice colour. You can't judge too much, obviously. At this time, it's got another picture. It's pressing out under his leaf here, I think. Yeah, there. So I'm looking forward to this. It's growing pretty well. It's a little bit of a leaf jump, but it's growing, and that's good, really. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, it's just slowly chugging along. Get that bit of bark off it. Slowly chugging along, and it's putting out nice growth. Nothing crazy, but growth is growth, and it's not showing any pest, which is a massive bonus in here. Let's move over here. We've got this Vicio Plati cross Vicio Candy. This I'm really excited for. You see, that's its current one. It should be a very nice plant, and it seems to have very nice coloration to the pictures. Quite tall pictures, which I quite like. It's got this one which is about to open here. Shame it hasn't opened for this video, but you can see it's very nice picture shape for me. Should have a very nice peristome as well, I think, judging off this. It's growing well, needs a repot, and yeah, but it's just growing well. Behind it, this plant suffered from mites, and I think probably still suffering slightly, but it's definitely looking better, because this leaf is very glossy and just looks a lot healthier. This is Adana Spatulata truncata. And I've actually got a second one of these, which I think I showed you earlier down here in this sort of quarantine/rehab zone. And I'm very excited for this plant. It looks nice. So I'm glad I've got a second one, even though it's a lot slower growing. it's still showing all the same characteristics. I guess we'll go to this, which is one of my favourite plants in here currently. This is a Dana Specialata Veitchii Boschiana Maxima Rocco X Veitchii. Yeah, this plant's nuts, if I'm being honest. It's growing like crazy at the moment. You can see how it's growing. I mean, that's one of its pictures from probably that's 2 or 3 pictures ago. And then into that, which is, I mean, the step up from that to that is unbelievable. And then it's gone from one leaf. It's gone from it's sort of trapped. Well, I'm not going to damage anything. It's all gone from that to this, which is, I reckon it's probably 3 times the size of that. And this only opened early this week. And this picture is probably a month old now, and you still see how well it keeps its colour. But this is absolutely stunning. It's got a red lid, lovely striping in here, lovely coloration inside the picture. I think this should be quite a nicely coloured body. It's got a very nice shape to it. So we're going to see. I think this is going to be one of my favourite plants in here. It's definitely enjoying the conditions. It does need a repot, but I'm a little bit scared to do it. But yeah, this plant is absolutely amazing. It's got a new leaf there, which should be producing a picture. Yeah, it is. This leaf here. I mean, this picture should be amazing on this, because this leaf is even bigger. The leaf to picture ratio is crazy. The picture is by far and away much bigger than the leaf, which is always nice. And what's here? Oh, this is my Veitchii Maxima Wavy Leaf. Well, if you can tell, it's Wavy Leaf. It's got 2 active pictures. This one's going / gone. I've been fertilising this picture. It's got one back here, which is going out as well. You can see some light striping on that. But I'm really hoping now this has gone into higher light. You can really see this leaf is happy. I'm hoping that this will produce a really nice picture. This plant really needs a repot as well. I've been getting through the whole collection, repotting stuff, but you just run out of substrate at the end of the day, and I've had to stop until I get more. I think that's everything for here. I think I've done everything. Oh, I haven't. Have I done this at the back? Veitchii Burb Cross logo, Veitchii Truncato. I think I've done that. Oh, I did one. I've got another one at the front here. Yeah, that's right. I've got another one at the front here, so that's the same as that. This plant's growing probably a little bit better, but I can't really see it, so it probably gets a little bit neglected. Needs a repot as well. And I guess we'll go down to here, where we've got my Cibex Merliana. This plant is growing like a weed. This had some kind of... this has had watering issues, not pest issues. It's been a bit weird. You see, it's a lot of drips from the plants above, which burn the leaves, unfortunately. But it still grows very well. It's got a very nice sized picture on it. Oh, almost just knocked something off the thing. Oh, sorry. It's got a very nice picture on it there for the size of the plant. It's got a gone off picture around here. This little one around here it put out. Yeah, it's that put out. It wasn't very happy, obviously. It's got a new picture forming around here. But considering that I pictured on this plant, I'm very happy with it. And seeing how big it was when I got it, it's growing well. Could probably do a repot again, looking at the substrate. And it doesn't hold, this substrate doesn't hold water that well. That is quite good at the moment because I only watered the other day. It doesn't hold substrate that well. But it seems to be enjoying it. So, yeah. And next we've got what is honestly a plant I had up for sale, I think, at one point. And I'm so glad it didn't sell because it's just a nice plant. It is my Robex Sib or Cibex Rob. I've got the label. Let me check which way around it is. Cibex Rob. And yeah, it's just a really nice plant. It was having some issues. Here, look. This was just drought. It didn't get watered. I mentioned it earlier. I had the massive drought in my collection. Nothing got watered. So that's due to that. And then it produced a couple weird leaves, but nice pictures. That one there. But then it's been producing really well. It produced this here, which is really nice. Just a solid leaf, nothing too wrong with it. They all seem to get these little dimples in. I think they're just glands. They're quite glandy plants. Don't know where that comes from actually, because the Sib isn't. I don't think Rob is either. But yeah. But this produced solid pictures, and the camera sort of doesn't do them justice, but they're sort of, the coloration to them, to this lip, is absolutely gorgeous. But they're just solid plants, and I like Sib. I think Sib's probably one of my favourite species, and this is just almost a nicer version of it. It's got a bit of Rob mixed in, and it's just nice. Solid pictures. These pictures last for ages. I mean, you can sort of see how strong this is. This is one of the strongest pictures it's produced. It's got another picture forming around there from this leaf. This leaf got a load of water burn, but yeah, it's doing well. That's evidently this is its new leaf. It's going to produce a picture there as well, I would hope. Moving back, we've got my Sib. This Sib was doing really well, and then it started putting effort into basils. This basil, I cut one of the basils off recently for cutting, but then it's produced this really weird leaf here, look, and then it's fine. For the rest of it's a new leaf, so I don't know what's gone on there. Probably some watering issue, but nice tendril. Probably going to produce a picture. It's got one active picture on the main plant, or two, sorry. Yeah, this one, which is going over now, look. But it's a very just solid plant, and it's just nice. Got a picture of this plant. I only need to do some trimming in here. It's not what I've been focusing on in here. But yeah, it's a solid plant. It grows well, always has done. Hopefully we'll have some more pictures soon on the main plant, because it does produce some very big pictures for its size. There's a nice one back there, which has gone over, properly gone. But it's really, you can see it quite clearly on this one here. It's a very dark Siburensis, and I'm not sure if it's down to the high light it's in, but its new leaf seems to be a lot happier since I moved it down. But it just seems to do very well, and that's what conditions I put it in. It doesn't like too high light, but it will still grow in it. It's just not a fussy plant, which is quite nice, if I'm being honest. Then here we've got a plant which is the exact opposite. This is my... Oh, has it still got its label on it somewhere? No, it's lost it. This is... Oh, I think it's right... I think it's Raja Exobortiana. It's definitely those three plants, but I can't remember what order it's in. And this thing was growing quite well for me. It was quite a nice plant. Its substrate is in better condition than it looks, by the way. But this another plant should do a repot fairly soon. It's just a top dressing of Sanctum it's got on there. But it was doing fairly well, and then it just wasn't. This top growth just stopped. Nothing happened. It killed all the pictures it was putting out. But out of nowhere, this basil shot out. I was thinking, oh, right, again, that might be good. So I left it. Actually, is there another one in there? I might have just spotted another one. I'll investigate it afterwards. But I just put out this one out of nowhere. And put up this leaf here, which didn't produce anything. And it was a weird colour. Notice how the growth on here's got a weird colour. See, to me that looks like a magnesium or nitrogen deficiency, again. And then it puts out this, and that's producing a picture. Now, pictures must be very slow to produce, but they're big when they come out. So I'm expecting that to probably be about that size. And then there's another one producing right at the back there. And another one should come off this. So, yeah, I mean, I'm very pleased with that, because it's one I do really like this plant, and it just wasn't growing well for me. I love the leaves on it, so it'd be nice when it gets growing properly again. It'd be nice if it reactivates this, because this has been dormant for a while now. I might have to cut it off. But yeah, it's just a solid growing plant. What haven't I done? Haven't done this top shelf. I'm going to save that for last. I don't think I've done my Adana Minima. Yeah. I have storage then. But as I was saying, I repotted it. Not into this, but into just a normal pot, basically. And yeah, it did really well. It produced this. And I repotted it the other day. This one opened, probably a little bit premature. It's probably going to get a bit bigger. But it's growing very well. It's got a nice little basil. And here, so I really like this plant. Its pictures are just nice. Just classically nice. Just nothing crazy. just a solid plant, and yeah, I really like it. So moving on, we'll start over here. This plant, it's doing well, but not as well as I would like. It's my glandulifera, it's a Robert glandulifera, I can't remember which way around it is. But it produces just this sort of picture. It's been producing on the main plant, which is very nice. Very, very covered in nectar, basically, from the glandulifera. But its leaves, it doesn't seem happy for some reason. I think it's a watering thing, because the pot really tends to dry out, and that's consistent with the curling of the leaves. But then the newer leaves aren't so curled at all, which I guess is what you'd expect. But then the basil is also totally fine, and that's got a very nice new picture on it, actually. Oh dear, what's my phone done? There we go, slipped some on my phone. Trying to get round to it. A very nice new picture on it there. You see sort of a striped peristome. Nice tall picture. It's also got another one round here, which is very nice and dark, and how they colour up to be. I mean, the picture to leaf ratio on the basil is looking very good, and I'm very happy with it. Moving over, we've got my I think it's a Burb Cross Aristo, and it's actually flowered. I think some of these are going to take, which is nice. There's some nice stuff on it. It's got no pictures, but it's got one forming down here. It wouldn't surprise me if it cancels this though, because it's definitely going to focus on this flower. It's producing weird leaves because of the flower. That might be another flower in there. I hope it isn't, because I want this plant to grow. If it is, I'll probably cut it off. But yeah, it's nice to have a plant flower female. I've got 3 different crosses on there. I don't think one of them's taken, or it might only produce 1 or 2 seed pods if it has. But there's a few which definitely have taken, which is nice. I mean, and finally, probably the best thing in here, in my opinion, is my Elasticross truncata. This thing is big now. It's got magnesium deficiency, I know that, before people comment in the comments. It's had 2 repots in the last year. It's been growing in Sphagnum perlite and Akadama canuma, so I'm not changing that. It's growing so well. I'm spraying it with magnesium currently once every 2 weeks. I've started that about 2 weeks ago, and the new leaves look better than they have been. There's still a little bit of yellowing in this. Actually, it's not too bad, but they're not as green as I'd like them to be. I'd like them to all be like that, which is more I'd expect. It's very... Well, that's typical. I ran out of battery again, but anyway, yeah. So I'm not going to bother repotting this for a while. When I do, I don't know if I'll pot it into this again, because it does like this mix, or whether I'll try something else. It depends on everything else gets on, really. But yeah, it's a very nice plant. It's one of my favourites. It produces massive pictures for its size, and this is only a 3-year-old plant. I think it... Oh, I've just knocked that plant. I think it's got a basil coming, in which case I don't know whether to leave it or chop it. I think I'm going to leave it, just so try and get some really big pictures off the basil, and hopefully try and get this to vine a bit. And because I really want to flower this plant, because this crossed with some other stuff would be nuts, I think. Just because the shape it carries onto the picture as well. I mean, it's a really aggressive looking picture. You can see that it's got a really nice notch and like the stringy thing on top of there. The peristome on it is just nuts, and they all carry this same sort of look. It's you know what you're getting, which is nice, and the pictures are pretty strong. They're not like anything crazy. They're not like this Glandex Rob. This picture is like 3 months old now, and it's still going. But they're just very nice pictures, and this thing absolutely loves to catch mice. There isn't any in it now, but you can see the space it has in there. This thing's had 2, I think, and this was before it was this big. This plant. I hope it flowers. I really hope it's a female because I'd love to cross it myself. But equally, if it is a male, I think it'll probably get better crosses from it. So we'll send its pollen off to people. But either way, I'd be very happy with it. I'm trying to get it all in shot now. And for reference, it's big. As I've got a picture of it on my Instagram of it next to a mug. It's big. It's a very big plant. I don't have a tape measure in here, but I'm going to guess it's somewhere... I don't know, I'll get a measurement actually of it. Now I'll go find a tape measure. Tape measure, I'm going to try and do this one-handed, so... Bear with me. I'm going to... Let's start. I'm going to start from... like there. That's pretty much in line with the top. There, that's probably better to push it against there. So I'm going to say it's just over 12. About just over 12. I don't know, it's not an exact measurement, but about... Oh my god, I almost took this thing apart. It's about 12 inches, which is very nice. Yeah. I think this thing should produce like 15-inch plus pitches when it's mature. But I'm not fussed because I really don't want to get too big. Because I'm very limited on space in here. And I've got a nice order of stuff coming in, which has got a couple of... Well, it's got 7 veitchis in it and some big mollusk crosses and some other big crosses. And they're coming in at like 40 cm, a lot of them. So I do not know where a lot of these are going to go. So I've got this shelf here, which has got some space on it for the smaller plants. But then up here, yeah, this is big. So I think once this is finishing and flowered, I'm going to get it repotted. It's in a tiny pot back there, look. Tiny pot. So I get this repotted, and then I'm going to stick it down here. It does quite like highlight, so I think it should be quite good down here. But I will see. Yeah, so I do not know what I'm going to do. Because I've got, I think, about 20 more plants coming. And I've got extra space down here, but I don't really want to put anything new going in there. Because all those plants have got disease, or near plants have got diseases. Which isn't good on my part. I shouldn't let it get that bad. But I was at college, and it all overwhelmed me. This feature of Barry's Hanging Sun, I can't believe it. It's so bad, but that fresh new leaf is hopefully going to be good. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I think that's everything for now. I'm going to give you sort of a zoomed out look of the grow tent. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for watching if you've made it this far through. And yeah, sorry for not posting in a while.